Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully, you all had a good weekend. Hopefully, you all had a good holiday, 4th of July, this past week and then weekend, a little bit of a long weekend. So, hopefully, you guys got to relax, spend some time with your friends and family, and hopefully, you guys have been making some money. I know the videos were not here over the weekend, but the last video I made was a winner. We had a total in the Red Sox Marlins game that went over. We actually got bad line movement on that, and it still cashed. So yeah, that made me feel good that the line moved away. I don't know. I never feel good when the line moves away, but it worked out that time. And then over the weekend, if you guys were tapped in on Twitter or the Discord, I put a monster soccer card out for the Euro and Copa America tournaments over the weekend. We absolutely crushed over 6 unit profit on that card. Um, had a 3 unit play that won, had a 2 unit play that won. Just really, really good weekend, and it just feels good to have a big weekend like that. I told you guys prior to those tournaments starting that I had a lot of success betting those tournaments when they came around the last time, which was 2020. It was the 2020 tournament, but it happened in 2021, I think, is what it was. I can't remember, a few years ago, but I felt really good over the weekend, and we had some big winners. So hopefully you guys made some money with me and you tapped in on those bets. Um, it's basic. The tournaments are basically over now. I'll probably have some plays for these semifinal rounds. So just be on the lookout for that. We do have a France future that we took before the tournament, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to bet on them against Spain. I'm probably just going to hope they win, and then we can hedge in the championship game. But Spain looks to be the best team in the tournament, in my opinion. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll bet Spain. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But hopefully you guys made some money. If you did make some money, keep it in mind to sign up betcomer.com/pricing with football on the horizon here. I would strongly recommend signing up for football. Anyone that signed up for football last year, tools aside, the tools are great. Obviously I use them, but between college football and NFL, nobody, I mean, everyone had their subs paid for just based off of my picks. So I would highly recommend signing up. I mean, we had over 30 unit profit on college football and NFL both. So combined, that's 60 unit profit. So we made a lot of money last year. I'm really excited. College football will be here soon. I'm more excited for college football than I even am NFL because we just had so much success betting on college football last year. So yeah, with that being said, long-winded intro here, but thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you know when I post these videos and when I go live. The live streams will be coming back when we get closer to football as well. We'll have pre-recorded videos and live streams up. And we got some big stuff coming. I can't talk about it now, but by probably another month from now, you guys will see kind of what's going on behind the scenes here. But with that being said, we have one baseball pick for tonight. It's a little bit of a smaller slate. There's only like 6 or 7 games tonight. So I have one pick for the video, and we are going to be taking the Minnesota Twins and Chicago White Sox over 9 runs. It's -120 over on DraftKings. It is 9.5 actually on FanDuel. So I would recommend taking it. If you see this video, I would recommend taking that -120 on DK just because you get the push potential. But if you don't have access to that and you have to take the 9.5, I guess, that's what the play will be. But Twins, White Sox over 9 runs at -120 odds. So we have Chris Paddock for the Twins. He's returning to the rotation tonight. He was out for a little bit with arm fatigue. He will be coming back and pitching for the Twins tonight against Chris Flexen. So the reason that I like the over in this game, both these pitchers are just not very good. Chris Paddock for the season, 5.29 ERA, 4.71 expected. So he's been a little bit better than that ERA indicates. But he was also dealing the last time we saw him because of that arm fatigue. He had a pretty decent velocity drop. He averages 93 miles per hour on his four-seam fastball this year. That's already down because when he came up and he was really popping, early on in his career for the Padres, he was like a 95, 90s. He would sit like 95, 96 with that fastball. And then this year he's sitting like 93 with it. The last time we saw him, he was throwing like 91. So he had a very big velocity drop the last time we saw him. And I just don't know. I don't know. We're not going to know until he toes the rubber tonight if that velocity is going to be 91 or if it's going to be 93. I just have no idea. But he's not very good, anyways, or at least hasn't pitched that well this season. On the opposite side, Chris Flexen, same scenario, 5.08 ERA, 450 expected. He's been a little bit better than that indicates, but overall, just not a very good pitcher. As far as the bullpens go, we know the White Sox are terrible and they have a bad bullpen. They're fifth worst bullpen ERA. Minnesota actually has a pretty good bullpen ERA. They're top 10. But I mean, I think that Minnesota could cover 5 or 6 runs of this total by themselves, maybe more. So, we're hoping to get 3 to 4 runs out of the White Sox here, and I think we would be looking good for this over 9 here. So, have no problems picking on Chris Paddock. I have no problems picking on Chris Flexen and this White Sox bullpen. As for the offenses, I mean, the White Sox have no good offensive numbers against righties or lefties. They're just absolutely terrible. They are slightly better against righties than lefties, though. And Chris Paddock, he throws a lot of fastballs. So if he comes out and he's not averaging the velocity that he's used to with that fastball, that's obviously going to be a hindrance to him. But the actual good hitters, there's very few of them on this White Sox team. They're very good fastball hitters. Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez mainly are their two best hitters, and they both dominate fastballs. So that's good. Hopefully we can get them up to bat with some guys on base and, they can drive in some runs. As for the Twins sides of things, they're very good against right-handed pitching. 340 WOBA as a team for this season. If we look at last year and this year combined, it's 350. So they have very good numbers against righties. Willie Castro, Trevor Larnach, Jose Miranda, Carlos Santana, Max Kepler, Buxton, Jeffers. All these guys have really, really good numbers against righties. I don't know if Correa is going to be in the lineup or not because I'm pretty sure he got hurt over the weekend. So we'll wait and see on that. But Chris Flexen struggles against lefties. He's going to see 5 or 6 of them in the lineup tonight. So I think it's a pretty good matchup here for the Twins. If you wanted to take a look at the Twins, it's just too juicy for me, right? Minus 185, I'm not going to play. You'd have to bet them at minus 1.5 if you want to look at the Twins to win the game. So that's why I'm going to stick with the total here. I'm going to hope the White Sox can get some runs against Chris Paddock. Hopefully he's a little bit rusty. And then the Twins pop off and we cash that over 9 runs. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you did, like I said at the top, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. At Ben Hostler is my Twitter. Most people that are watching probably know that, but I did see somebody in the comments that asked. So that's mainly where I post. If I post any bets, I'll probably have some soccer bets up for this round 2 posted later tonight or tomorrow. Good luck with your bets tonight, and I'll see everybody on Tuesday.